Yeah, so all of this needs to be done. First is the potatoes, I'd say. If one of you could shred meat and two of you could do potatoes.
You're making lunch right now?
We are.
Lunch
yes.
for how many people?
Probably 100 to 120. Yeah.
So it's busy time. Less than an hour till mealtime.
That's right. That's right.
Every other day at the only high school in Iqaluit, teacher Lael Kronik and a group of students make lunch for the entire school. Not just to be nice. This is the front line in a fight for good food. And on today's menu, poutine.
Just kind of shred it into bite-sized pieces as much as you can.
And that meat?
We have some tuktu,
That's
some
caribou.
Yeah, it's really important that students have access to traditional foods.
And it's quite healthy.
It's very healthy, yeah.
And what's the purpose of this?
I'm a food studies teacher, and so in our class we end up having lots of discussions about food insecurity and some of the issues students are experiencing in the school and across Nunavut. And with students, we were kind of discussing what we could do as a school community to help address the issue of food insecurity. And Nia and Maddie, there's another pan of potatoes here.
Across Nunavut, 7 out of 10 young people go to bed hungry. Many more can't afford the most nutritious food. So malnourishment is a stark reality in the north, as if it were some faraway land.
I mean, there's so much research about the importance of kids having enough to eat. They're huge.
And do kids have enough to eat in the north?
No. Yeah, if you speak to any of the students, they can share experiences that are personal or like people they know well, struggling to have access to adequate and nutritious and culturally relevant foods.
What are you guys making?
We're trying to make it like it has the caribou broth.
Why do you guys like doing this?
It's really fun and it's really needed.
It's really needed. What do you mean by that?
Like, there's a lot of communities out there where there's schools that have so many hungry kids. It's pretty much like that here, but we're helping a lot.
The school doesn't have the money to do this every day. Getting food traditional or imported by plane from the south is costly.
So you can just snap it off.
In addition to the lunch program, they're also thinking ahead to more ways they can control their own food supply.
And yeah, this is the dinosaur kale, the kind of bluish one.
The students have started to grow leafy vegetables right in the cafeteria year-round.
How quickly does this grow?
I mean, you can probably get some baby lettuce in a month.
In a month?
Say.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And we get to try foods that they don't even ship up here because we grow them ourselves. So, ready?
Tradition still has strong roots here. For centuries in the north, it's been heard in Inuit throat singing and in the sharing of food with those who need it. Time spent together preparing food also cultivates relationships, important social skills developed while confronting a social problem.
Why is this program important?
It helps students that can't really get food at home by their parents working.
I know this gets a bit personal, but could this be the only meal of the day for some of your students?
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky we also have a breakfast program, and we have bannock at recess, but I've heard from students when we don't serve lunch, sometimes they just don't have lunch for sure. And we also have some students who take home leftovers, and like they've said, they share it with their brothers and sisters. So yeah, I think it is a big deal for many of our students.
Can I get more gravy?
As the line snakes through the school's cafeteria, there's an understanding that, as great as this is, it is not the solution to the problem of hunger. These meals are an interim, partial fix.
Thank you.
But a pretty popular one, too. Thank you. David Common, CBC News, Iqaluit.